And yes, you're in tune with Lorna Porca here on WLR. It's Gavin Whelan standing in for Tomas McCarthy. This evening we're going to focus on Camogie now for the next while. Another big game for the Waterford senior side, who return to All-Ireland Championship action Saturday afternoon when they take on Tipperary in Nolan Park. And it's great to be joined in the studio now by Waterford coach and selector Shane Dunphy. Shane, I suppose this is a round one refixture. Unfortunate the first round game abandoned due to that serious injury to Nicole Welch, but you're obviously off the mark after the win against Dublin now, and I'm sure you're looking forward to Saturday's challenge.
Yeah, really looking forward to Saturday in Nolan Park, 3 o'clock. Given it good, the weather is good as well. I think 18, 19, 20 degrees there. So yeah, really looking forward to it. Nolan Park got pitch of the year, I think, there as well. So yeah, really looking forward to it now. The last game against Tip, yeah, it was a cracker, absolute cracker. Physical game, high scoring game, 30 scores. We'd won 15, they had 14, so 30 scores. But what a game to watch, the level of Camogie was outstanding, and yeah, looking forward to it now. Do it all again on
go again
on Saturday. Yeah,
absolutely, yeah. And it was something I think a lot of the players and even Donal was mentioning it afterwards. The Tip game, the last day, the level of intensity both teams brought to it was second to none, really, wasn't it?
Unbelievable, yeah. And the girls are doing unbelievable work behind the scenes. They're probably going at it. They're training probably 5 days a week. They've gym work, pitch sessions. Done a lot of work over the winter there. A lot of running there in the muck and the soft conditions there in Carriganore and Tremor and Mandeligo and Cappoquin and that. But yeah, Gary Welch has them in top shape. The first year was with Gary last year, and you see a massive difference again this year. So the progress there, and look into next year as well, you can just see. Look, he done the same with Waterford senior hurlers, and look the same with the girls now. You can see the progress they're making. And yeah, it was an unbelievable physical game. But we matched their intensity as well. And look, it'll have to be the same again on Saturday.
Absolutely, yeah. Unfortunately, I suppose the game was abandoned, and I suppose nobody likes to see players getting injured. But I suppose on the day when you're 4 points up and everything is going well, and the game does get abandoned, it's obviously a sense of maybe what if, I suppose. Yeah,
but look, we have to go at it again now on Saturday. The ref made the right call. Andrew Larkin made the right call on the day. Sinead Fitzpatrick was there, the doctor. You have to heed their advice as well.
It is player safety as well, which is paramount, isn't it?
Massive. Look, at the end of the day, that's someone's daughter on the field there. Look, there's nothing I could do, there's nothing Donald could do for her. Do you know what I mean? So leave it to the experts, and the right call was made. And look, back at it now Saturday. So yeah, really looking forward to it.
All roads leading to Nolan Park, 3 o'clock. And I suppose then the Dublin game then was coming the following week. Was it hard, or was it a kind of an easy thing to get the girls motivated from being in such a good position against Tip to try and get them up for, I suppose, a massive home game against Dublin, which really was, I suppose, kind of an important game and kind of a must-win?
Yeah, must-win game, yeah. It was hard. We were kind of worried would they be able to get back up to the levels of the previous week, but yeah, they matched it, extremely driven group of players, Donald had a good chat. We had a good chat with them before, during the week, and after the first 10 minutes we knew they were at it. We got the first 3 scores on the board and kind of drove on from there. Settled a small bit, Dublin settled into the game a small bit, but second half kicked on. Niamh Rockett obviously got that decisive goal, and we came out with the win, I suppose. Look at Mark Cooney in the background with Dublin. Homework was done on us. Did homework done on Bet and whatever. But look, other players stepped up to the plate. You had the likes of Emma Hannon, I thought was brilliant. Sarah Lacey, Iona Heffernan, outstanding, I thought. Javel Harney, brilliant again. Kate Lynch, what a talent, what a player. One for the future, And other leaders, and that's within that team too. Great leaders there, and Anya Ling wasn't her best on the day, but a very driven girl, and she'll be back at it again the weekend.
Yeah, kept battling away, and going through a couple of the names there, there's that nice blend, I suppose, of youth and experience in the team as well, Shane.
Oh, there is, yeah. And you just look at Trish Jackman, back this year.
Yeah, what an asset, isn't it?
What an addition to the team, and extremely driven player. As I said, Anya Ling, what a player. Emma Hannon, the 3 of them, they're probably kind of the elder state people, if you want, but great servants to Waterford Camogie. Then you have the blend then, as I say, Sarah Lacey, super game, Orla Hickey having an outstanding year for us. Obviously Niamh Rockett captain. Bet, Bet is Bet. She, she's a 9 out of 10 every week. Shona Kern is back into the team as well. What an addition to the team. Caoimhe McGrath from the football. Exceptionally good players, and look, all's going well, and training's going well. I think we're up to 104 training sessions to date, so
phenomenal, isn't it? Really, the work on in behind the scenes.
Yeah, 3 pitch sessions, and as I said earlier, 2 gym sessions, ball alleys, and and the setup we have in the back room team that is there in place, that Donald has in place as well. In fairness, between nutritionists, stats people, sports psychology, logistics, all that, everything's in place the physio Kenny's top class.
Kenny Murphy, of course, very detailed
as well, and has the girls in great nick as well. So yeah, look, everything's in place for the girls to give, that opportunity to perform, every day to go out. So yeah,
and they're certainly delivering. And last Saturday it was that kind of a tough battle. I suppose it was really, you had to pull out all the stops, and Dublin maybe set up pretty defensively, but I suppose it took you a while to maybe adapt to that. But really, when it came down to final quarter, you really finished strongly.
We did, yeah. Look, Mark Cooney's involved obviously with Dublin. He had his homework done. Frank Brown is a great manager there with Dublin. But look at the Dublin team: Eve O'Brien, Grania Quinn, Aisling Carolyn, Orla Began, super players. She was nominated for an All-Star last year. Orla Began, Siobhan Keown was on the bench. Alex Griffin, super. Look, during an All-Ireland semi-final in 2017, they bet us actually in 2017 in the championship. That's their first championship win against Dublin there last Saturday. So yeah, going in the right direction. Yeah, so
it's a nice one to tick off the list. And I suppose how important, Shane, is it to have the 3 points now going back to face Tipperary now on Saturday?
Yeah, it's good to just get the wins. The group is tight. Everyone can beat everyone in it. We're away to Meath. Then after that, Clare and Cork. You're only guaranteed 3 more games. So win them all if we can. Do you know what I mean? See where that brings us. But look, as it stands, I'm saying we're training 9 months. There's 9 weeks to go. Touch wood. To an All-Ireland final. But all we're guaranteed now is another 3 games. As I say, Meath, we have them on the 7th of July, Clare on the 13th of July, Cork on the 20th of July. So 2 home games and away game, and see where that brings us. So. And
from listening to a lot of yourselves in the management and even the players, it's the approach you've taken all year. I suppose I know it's a cliche is used that take that just one step at a time, one game at a time.
100%. And looking at Meath really pushed Clare. Clare got a point in the last minute to win that game. They put it up to Dublin as well. So Meath are no pushover. Well organised team as well, and they've carried Dolan there. Dolan is back with him there this year. So look, that's going to be tricky up there as well. Clare at home. Look, we bet Clare last year. Revenge there, obviously, for Clare did. And then Cork then All-Ireland champions. Coming to Waterford then on the 20th of July. So look, 3 tough games ahead of us, but look, it's Tip the weekend and hopefully get the points there. Tip will be, I presume, a different animal from the last day too. Do you know what I mean? They'll have their homework done. Okay, change of manager there. The manager's gone due to health reasons.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But the backroom team are still there with Tip. So the likes of Niamh Lillis is still there, Dinny Furcombe is still there, Eddie Costello, they're all still there. So, and the players haven't changed. The players are still there. So, and if you went through the Tip team and the quality they have, Karen Kennedy, Gemma Grace, Orla Dwyer, Cot Devan, Eve Tracy, and over from the college, their trainer there inside in the Ashbourne, super players, do you know what I mean? So them players haven't gone away, and most of the backroom team hasn't gone away. But look, for Bill, we wish him all the best, obviously, from Waterford Camogie in the future. Passionate Tip man, and he was over both teams, senior and intermediate. I don't know how he was doing it, but him speaking to him with the travelling he was doing, but he loved it. His daughter was on the team, Caroline as well, and it must be fairly upsetting for him. It's something that he loves, he's passionate about, and has to step away for it. But look, your health is your wealth, as they say, and we wish him all the best.
Absolutely, yeah, we echo those sentiments indeed. And I suppose finally then, Shane, to wrap up on it, if he could get another 3 points on the board now, to be massive on Saturday. And I suppose it's about maybe bringing that same intensity which he brought to the Rag on that Saturday evening when he played Tip 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and it's getting back up to those levels again. And look, I think the girls will, as I said, look, extremely driven, determined bunch. They're training, look, as I said, 9 months, and yeah, once we get up to those levels again, we got up to it again last week, and every game there's going to be a puck of a ball again the weekend, and whoever wants some more will come out with the 3 points. So yeah, looking forward to it. As I say, these are the games you want to be playing. Summertime, perfect conditions, perfect field. Look, no excuses. We don't do excuses in Waterford Camogie. If we're good enough, we're good enough. If we're not, we're not. But we'll give it a right rattle, like we do every day we go out.
Absolutely, yeah, huge day. And I know I'm sure you're wishing the junior side as well the best of luck taking on Offaly Saturday as well, isn't it?
Yeah, and we wish the lads the best of luck too, because with a lot of the girls in there training with us over the last year as well too. And you have the likes of Kevin is over him, obviously Kevin Barry. You have Tom O'Brien is with him as well, and look, they're up against Offaly at 5 in Burr. And look, we wish them all the best, and and there's, look, and even just just even the going on in behind it all, I suppose Ethan Murphy and what they're doing, Sheila O'Donoghue and all that, and
at
the
the top,
development
really,
squads.
it's brilliant, isn't it? Yeah.
I was out actually fortunate there last week, done a training session with the under 14 development squad, and they've 3 teams under 14, and
phenomenal, isn't
quality,
it?
coming through. So they've set that up, and I think the future is really, really bright forward for Camogie, and they've the right people in there. They're bringing in guest coaches and things like that, and I think the future is really, really bright forward for Camogie.
Yeah, really growing indeed. Well, Waterford do take on Tipperary in Nolan Park on Saturday. It's all underway at 3 o'clock, and we'll be keeping an eye on the action here on WLR. Shane Dunphy, appreciate you dropping into studio, and the very best of luck on Saturday against Tip.
Cheers. Thanks, Gavin.